Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hope so everyone is fine. Dear students, in the previous lecture I had discussed about the agendas of pollination and fertilization. I will repeat it. What is fertilization? The process of fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. Okay, during pollination there is the transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma of the flower. When there is a transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma of the flower, after that pollen grain comes in contact with the ovules that are in the ovary. As you can see here in the diagram, this is the female reproductive part that is known as carpel or pistil, or we can say gynoecium. The pollen grain that comes in contact with the stigma of the carpel and it transferred through a tube to the ovary. Okay, in ovary there are ovules. There is the fusion of male gamete, that male gamete is pollen grain, and the female gamete that are ovules. That fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Okay, what is fertilization? The process of fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Okay, the male gamete travels through this tube and reaches the ovule. It then fuses with the ovule in the ovary. Okay, this process of fusion of the male and the female gamete is called fertilization. Okay, as a result of fertilization, what is formed when fertilization takes place? When the fusion of male and female gamete takes place, zygote is formed. Okay, this zygote further changes into the seed. Okay, this is the little bit that I have discussed in the previous lecture about fertilization. After successful pollination, the stigma secretes nutrients. Pollen grains absorb these nutrients and start growing in the form of thin tube. That tube is known as pollen tube until it reaches the ovule. Okay, then releases the male gamete into the ovule. Fertilization takes place, and this fertilization results in the formation of a zygote. This I have discussed in the previous lecture. Today I will discuss about the fruit and seed formation. A lot of changes occurs in the ovary after the process of fertilization. When fertilization takes place, after that a lot of changes occurs in the ovary. The ovary enlarges, the size of the ovary increases to become the fruit, and the wall of the ovary becomes thick. The wall of that ovary that becomes thick, and it now becomes the wall of the fruit. Here, dear students, you have to remember two things. First, that is ovary. Second is ovule. From ovule, seeds formation. Okay, seed formation takes place, and the ovary, that is the fruit. Okay, and ovary, that is the fruit. You have to remember that the ovules which are in the ovary that transform in the seeds, and the ovary that transform in the fruit. As I have told you that a lot of changes occurs in the ovary after the process of fertilization. The ovary that enlarges in the size and becomes fruit. That ovary that enlarges in the size that becomes fruit, and the wall of the ovary becomes the thick walls of fruit. Becomes thick and it becomes the walls of the fruit. Okay, the ovules in the ovary become seeds. The ovules that are present in the ovary that becomes seeds. Now the rest of the parts, whether non-reproductive parts, that is petals and the sepals, and other parts of the flowers, those get dried and fallen off. Okay, those get dried and they fallen off from the flower. Okay, the seeds inside the fruit is ripened ovules. Okay, the seeds, those are inside the fruit, is a ripened ovule. It has an embryo in it and it is food. This is covered by a protective coat. These seeds, they are covered by a protective coat. Okay, as soon as the seeds find the suitable conditions, it germinates. The germination of seeds takes place at that time when the suitable conditions for the germination are present. Okay, the process then the process of the development of an embryo in the seed into a new plant is called germination. What is germination? Germination is the process of the development of an embryo. The embryo that is present in the seed into a new plant, that process is known as germination. Okay, here you fruits and seed formation. After fertilization, ovary enlarges to form the fruit. Okay, the walls of the ovary becomes the fruit walls. Third, you have to remember the ovules become seeds, and a fruit may have one or more seeds. Okay, some fruits are there, those are only one seed like mango, and some are there, those have many seeds. Petals, sepals, and other parts of the flower usually dried up, and they fallen off from the plant. The fruit is the seed-bearing part or the ripened ovary of the flowering plant. This fruit that is the seed-bearing plant, or the ripened ovary of the flowering plant. The seed is the ripened ovule which contains an embryo and is covered by a protective coat. The seeds, they are covered by a protective coat, and that is that have an embryo in them. What is germination? The process by which the embryo that are present in the seeds become active under favorable conditions and begins to grow into a new plant. That process is known as germination. Okay, that process is known as germination. The seeds absorb the moisture when we sow the seeds, or accidentally seed fall from the plant. When the suitable conditions are present, the seeds absorb moisture from the soil, and the seeds swell up after absorption of moisture, after absorption of water from the soil. Those seeds swell up. Okay, those seeds swell up. The roots grow downwards, and the roots grow downwards and develop root hairs, enabling seed to take more water. As in the previous lecture, I have told you that the root hairs which are present on the roots, they help us the plants to absorb more and more water. Okay, the roots that grow downwards, and those roots develop root hairs, enabling seed to take more water and minerals from the soil for development. The shoots also grow downwards, also growing upwards, and soon comes out of the soil. The young shoot develops leaves and grow in size. As you can see here in the diagram, this is a seed. Okay, the roots grow downwards and the shoot go upwards. Now, next topic in your text is functions of fruits. What are the functions of fruits? Fruits provide protection to the seeds inside. The fruits that provide protection to the seeds inside, okay, that is the first function of the fruits. It provides protection to the seeds that are inside the fruit. Second, fruit is storehouse of food, especially the fleshy fruits. Okay, the fruits, they are storehouse of the food, especially flesh fruits. Third, fruits help in the dispersal of seeds. Those fruits that helps in the dispersal of the seeds. What are the functions of those seeds? Okay, seeds bear an embryo or the baby plant. Seeds bears an embryo or the baby plant. Seeds may germinate into a new plant, thus it helps in multiplication. These seeds helps in multiplication of the plants. These seeds have a capability to germinate into a new plant. Okay, seeds store reserve food for the baby plant. For the growth of a new plant, the food is stored in those seeds. That food is used by the new growing plant. This food in many cases is available to animals also. When the animals feed upon those seeds, they use the food that is present in those seeds. Seeds help us the baby plant in living through unfavorable conditions. When favorable conditions are not present, that food that is present in the seeds that helps the plant to bear those unfavorable conditions. Seeds germinate at the appropriate time when the favorable conditions are present. Okay, or we can say seeds germinate at the approach of favorable conditions, putting out new plants. Seed dispersal. The process by which seeds or fruits are scattered is called dispersal. Okay, what is seed dispersal? The process by which the seeds or fruits, the seeds or fruits are scattered, is called dispersal. We have seen plants and trees of small kinds at different places around us. Okay, different kinds of plants have seen, different kinds of trees are around us. Okay, some are same and some are different. A question arises in our mind: how can plants of the same type be found at different places? How those same plants are found in different places? The answer to this question lies in the term called seed dispersal. Okay, what is seed dispersal? The seeds are scattered. That is known as the process by which seeds are scattered, that is called seed dispersal. Okay, if all plants were to grow at the same place, then the survival of all those plants would be very difficult. Okay, it is difficult if all the same plants grow at the same place, because they all need sunlight, they all need water, they all need minerals, okay, for their growth. This would be difficult for all the plants. Okay, this would be difficult for all the plants to get all these things at the same time, so many of these plants would die. The solution to this trouble is the scattering of the plants. Okay, so that they get all favorable conditions for their growth sufficiently and thus grow well. So the all seeds of the plants get scattered all around and to distant places by different natural agents. The process by which the fruits and the seeds get scattered to different places, the process by which those fruits that get scattered to distant places, that is called seed dispersal. Okay, dispersal takes place by several mechanisms. Dispersal by explosion, like pea plants, castor and balsam. Dispersal by wind. There are different plants in which dispersal of the seeds takes place by wind, like dandelion, maple. Dispersal by water, like coconut. Dispersal by animals, plants having fleshy fruits, the animals fed on those, and after that those animals many animals do play an important role in the dispersal of seeds, like dispersal animals, plants having fleshy fruits. Animals eat those fruits, and sometimes the seeds are consumed by them. Sometimes the seeds of those fruits are consumed by animals. They pass out the seeds with their fishes, thus they are dispersed somewhere else. So birds eat fruits and seeds stick to their beak. When they fly long distances, the seeds automatically get dispersed. Seeds also get stuck to their outer feathers sometimes of the birds and travel long distances along with the birds. Okay, these seeds travel long distance along with the birds. In this way they get dispersed. For example, the spiny seeds of xanthium, okay, they get dispersed by the animals. These are the different modes or different agents by which seed dispersal takes place: dispersal by explosion, dispersal by wind, dispersal by water, and dispersal by animals. Both animals and the birds, they play important role in the spreading of those seeds, in the scattering of those seeds.